Hi everyone, welcome back. So guys, as part of the today's session, I just want to continue with the Excel file, the stuff that we have created, and we forgot to create a utility for that in the previous session. So I was just adding it up to that particular video by creating a utility. So the only thing that I want to create a utility here is new Python file Excel data. So I'm naming that particular Python file as an Excel data. So in this, I just want to import this particular one, def get row counts. Okay, this is the first method. And the same way I have, okay, for this particular row count method, ideally, if you see this particular read cell data, you want to get the sheet name. And of course, from the sheet name, you are getting that particular workbook as well. So here, I want to get my file path followed by my sheet name on which I want to read this information. Okay, so here, these two lines of a code, I was copying, just copying that code and putting it up here. So this file name, okay, I'm defining it as a file name, and this you are passing it out over there, which is a file name. And here, this sheet, you are passing it as a sheet name. And here, instead of this particular one, okay, you are returning this particular chunk. Okay, instead of this particular chunk, you are just returning this. So this is the get row count. Copy the whole chunk, put it here, and I am naming it as get column count. Again, for the column count, instead of this one, max a column. Okay, that's fine. So we have captured this row count and as well as a column count. And now you need to get the data from a particular cell. Okay, you need to get the data from a particular cell. So here, def get cell data. In order to get the data from a particular cell, you need to specify the file name, the sheet name in which you want to retrieve that information. Along with that, you are specifying the row number and you are also specifying the column number too. So here, row number and a column number 2. Okay, I just want to specify the row number and as well as a column number. Okay, in which this up to this particular sheet chunk is gonna be one and the same on top of that particular sheet. So this is the data that you are getting it, okay, as a value. So directly I'm using a return. Instead of this particular row, I want to get the row number. Instead of this particular column, I want to get that particular column number. That's fine. That's it. And the next one is set cell data. I want to add a set cell data. Even for the set cell data also, I want this a complete file name, the sheet name, row number, and the column number along with the input data I want to feed in. Okay, along with I want to specify the input data I want to feed in. So these two lines are common. In order to write that particular information, you are gonna use this particular sheet dot cell, and it's gonna be the row number, and this gonna be the column number, and the value that you are gonna put in here is an input data, and on top of it you wanna save this particular file. Okay, you wanna save this particular file, guys. That's it, as simple as it is. So if you clearly observe this particular point, okay, if you clearly observe this particular point, you are setting it up this particular data, and of course here this should be the file name. Okay, the file name I want to save it. Perfectly all right. Good. And on top of this one, in order to cross check if you want to get the correct data or not, what I am doing is the get row count method. This get row count method is accepting the file name and the sheet, it's gonna get the sheet one, and I wanna print this particular information. I want to print this particular information into that. Let me try to run this particular program first of all and see how this is going to work. See, the total number of rows are 21. So this is the way how exactly you can read the data and create a customized utility from it. Okay, perfectly all right. In the next session, we will continue with the next topic. See you. Bye bye.